You know Excel, but did you know there's a whole community built around it? Welcome to Excel Esports, a global competition where spreadsheet lovers become problem solvers and even champions. It's not about formulas for work, it's about using your skills in wild, creative, competitive ways. From optimizing game strategies to tackling puzzles no one's seen before. We stream battles to thousands. Winners get trophies. Finalists fly to Las Vegas. Over $60,000 in prize money is up for grabs throughout the season. And behind it all, a community of Excel nerds turned esports athletes. It's fast-paced, it's unexpected, it's insanely fun. And whether you're here to win, learn, or just be part of something epic, you'll find your place. This isn't just Excel. This is Excel Esports. And yes, it's a thing.
Hello, welcome to Office Hours with Amber. I'm Amber, and this is Office Hours. The intro might feel a little different than normally. Oh my gosh, Ella, hello. The intro might feel a little different because this month I am dedicated, super focused on training for the Microsoft Excel World Championships that's coming up sometime soon. That's coming up. Let's look. The qualification round. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. September 27th. So this is the exact right month to do this, I guess. Either way, very exciting, very fun. The audio is working and my phone's away now. Okay, so essentially, oh my gosh, Eric, thank you so much. Happy Labor Day, everyone. As in everyone in the United States, I think. I don't know who all celebrates Labor Day, but I sure am laboring on Labor Day because I looked at my to-do list and I was like, oh my God, everything that I've ever put to the side is now due. So let's do it. So today I'm going to be watching some videos from Eric Ashton, I'm so sorry. He's got some good explainer videos that Eric had sent me about getting ready and getting acquainted with Excel Esports. I've been competing with Excel Esports since 2023-ish. And have I gotten very much better? No. Yeah, kind of. I think I've gotten a little better at figuring out like what they're actually asking me and like ignoring everything else. And then trying to answer that question instead of what my brain thinks up. But every single competition I go in thinking this one's going to be so much better than the last, and then it doesn't. And then sometimes it is. If we look back at last Thursday's competition, oh my gosh, this is the most active the chat has ever been. So thank you for being here. Last Thursday, the funny thing about the pipe mare battle number 8, which I live streamed, if you guys want to go back and watch that horrific attempt, which apparently was pretty good. It was pretty okay, because my competitive advantage in that specific case was that because I am a less skilled Excel user, I knew that when the going got tough, I went manual. And I think a lot of people ended up going manually after wasting a lot of time trying to solve it logically with Excel. And so leg up for the little losers like me. So I got 65th place globally, which I was like, it was probably like 100 people that competed, but it was like 250. I was like, all right, bet. But if it came down to like anything that was really logically solved or wasn't, my attempt was hilarious, and it was the funniest live stream I think I've watched. The primary event that they live stream after you do your competition, so hilarious, because you could see all of the competitors in their own way go through like trying to do something logically, and then they're like, fuck it, we ball, and then did the manual way, and then did some like last minute kind of guessing, which was super funny. But yes, that was super fun. But I know that's not going to happen again for me, and I'm okay with that for once. So today I'm going to watch a little bit of a YouTube video, and then in the coming weeks, so essentially what we're going to be doing is each week, let me share my monitor. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to my YouTube. So each week I'm going to be doing, I pre-scheduled which cases I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to do Potions Master, the easy version. Like all three of the next things that I do are going to be the free version. For free level users so that everyone can give it a whack with me. I'm really loving the Excel esports platform. So I'll be scheduling games. So at 7:25 today, so in 20 minutes, I'm going to do the Excel Athlete Basics Revisited. If you'd like to join, you sure can. The link to do that is here. If you'd like to join and do this competition with me here shortly. But I'll be doing Potions Master next week, Ship the World the week after, Deep Sea Diving the week after. And so if you want to do those with me, you're more than welcome. And then shortly after, my Officers of the Ember will also be doing Monday Melee. We'll be doing Monday Melees in the Discord. And I don't know what cases we're going to pick, but anyone who's available after this hour ends, we're going to do another practice session. So I'm just trying to get some reps in and trying to shake my brain up, learn a few more things before game time. But yeah. Woo, esports. Also, Harry, so nice to see you. Okay, let's start with, separate thing. This all leads up to a very important event at the end of the year, the Active Cell Conference. So that is December 1st through 3rd, 1st through 4th, the first few days of December. You should be there. If you go to theactivecell.com and then use the promo code PeachyPro in the shop, you can get 10% off your ticket to come see me present, and you get a chance to do the last chance qualification round so you could compete just like me. But everyone in the chat right now is definitely either pre-qualified or way ahead of me. So I'll see you there. Okay, let's do stuff because there we go. We're going to watch a little bit of Eric for like 20 minutes, and then I'm going to jump into this case here, which should add to my esportsery.
Esports. Before we do how, let's talk a little bit about why. In other esports, you got your headshots and your war games, and those are all great. But in Excel esports, it's very special because you get to show off your creative problem solving.
Eric, also, if you're watching this, me watching you, us watching you with me, with us together. Thank you for making this video. Second, I might be skipping around because I got 20 minutes to watch a lot of content. So let's ride.
Abilities. Sports. Well, number one is practice.
Also, I'm going to drop this link in the chat as well because I know it is these are some great things to watch in the later when you have a little bit of more time.
Right. So
I don't know. Separately. Before I do, he does this case in the video? Okay, well, when he gets to that, I think I'm going to skip because I want to try to attempt it myself and go back and watch. So, other thing, in future weeks, when I do the case, I'm going to do the case in the first 30 minutes, and then I'm going to use the last 15, 20 to watch a walkthrough from someone else. So, yes. There we go.
You can practice 10 cases for free on the excelesports.com. No credit card required. We will do one of those right now.
He does do it in this
WhatsApp community.
Okay, hell
you should
yeah.
join. There's links, all this links and stuff are in the YouTube video description. Get started with some of these modern Excel features, build a Lambda, upgrade to XLOOKUP. We'll do that. We'll do a couple of those in a minute. Check out tools, Lambdas, sharing stuff, lots of tips and tricks on YouTube, lots of YouTubers specific to Excel esports and all kinds of other great Excel tutorials out there. Join a monthly battle. Monthly battle is $20. The next one is,
well, shucks. I'm going to jump to his other, here's what we're going to do. Excel esports. So it would be a travesty not to mention our main man, Dim Early. He does hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos to help with specific battle walkthroughs, especially also going through different like specific formulas and when they're useful. He's the Lambda King. It would be a travesty not to mention him. So, also, I've been really enjoying Hayden's. He does a lot of walkthroughs on what he's up to. Also, shout out to Hayden. He's the one that helped me with my PC build and all of the specs. So the reason that the Office Hours of the Amber live stream is as sharp as it is because of Hayden, also my dad. So props. Let's do. Whoops. Well, that foiled my plan. Maybe I should just do it. Yeah. I'm just going to do it. Let's change the time to... And then I'm going to go walk through what he says afterwards. Yeah, we'll have it start in 2 minutes. In 1 minute. I think I could just press start game. Oh! Liana, I don't know if that's you, but I'm going to guess L is. Last chance, if you guys want to hop in the game, feel free. I've never hosted a game in here, so... Ooh. I think I can just press start game. 36 seconds. Well, let's just see what happens. YOLO, we ball. I don't know why I'm nervous. I was talking to Eric before this, and I was like, it just feels like the beginning of a track meet when you're like, That's how I feel right now. Oh, I will. Here, wait. Buzzer beater. Okay. Ella will wait. Jody, you are smart enough. Give it a whack if you're at your computer. Andrew and Dim taken down simultaneously somehow. Wow. Yeah, Jody, just hop on. Live a little. Okay, Ella, do you think you can be on in two? Oh, she's in. She's in big time in. Okay, I'm gonna... Jody, speak now or forever hold your marbles. We're about to do it. Oh, you might not even have an account yet. Use this time to create an account, Jody, because you might like it. Okay, let's do it. Yep, let's start it. Oh, I need music or something. Yikes, doing this with no music is actually miserable. Our boy Klinsman, love him. I see what it's doing. I should make my own battle music. However, last time I used just the monument. Okay. That should be fine. Perfect. I apologize. I'm going to say no words for the next 15 minutes, I imagine. Gee. Am I being dumb? No, they're values. I have my own battle theme? Oh my gosh, Harry, I'm so sorry I have not gotten a chance to look into it yet. I'm like kind of embarrassed that I'm... Bro, what? Ah. That's embarrassing, and thank you, Harry. I think this is a good baseline just to like do it this now and then do it at the end and see how much faster I can do this. Cause like I'm being silly. Big silly. What is the column number corresponding to each reference below? I know there's like a cute way to do this, but oh, you rat. Oh. Oh, I'm being big dumb. I'm actually kind of embarrassed now. Oh, I'm yeah, I'm all right. We only have to go out through AF, so AJ. Uh, hey, Jack. I am embarrassing myself. Oh, wow. I'm just going to embarrass myself for a little while. And like, this is like, I would say the easiest of the easy cases. And I'm just straight biffing. Whoa. That's okay. That's okay. That's the point. Yep. See, I was like kind of close and then I got nervous. And yeah. Also, Liana, holy shit. Nobody look at me. If you guys can see the scores up top, very proud of them. I'm just gonna easy breeze. Okay, how many times does the requested character show up in the text string? Okay. Some on the numeric chain, but only for the number presented. What? Oh. Oh, good enough. Map for each location, corresponding value. I don't think I've breathed. Like, and I know this is an easy case, but sheesh. Location equal text split. Nope, big mid. And I know there are better ways to do this than. I'm gonna go back and watch his after this, and I'm gonna be so educated. It's gonna be so great. What is the value corresponding? Beep. Match that thing to this thing. Match that thing to this thing. Lock some shit up. Row. Don't need to lock that row. Of course not. B through 20, B through 20. Oh, you rat. Oh, you rat. Ah. Oh. Oh. I can't look at the chat right now because otherwise I'm going to get more embarrassed and it's none of my business. It is none of my business. Oh. It's because I'm not even referencing the right thing. Duh. Oh, still not right. That's okay. Let's just chop it up. Ah. Silly bear. Silly bear. Fingers crossed. Hell yeah. Eee. Cool. How much time do we have up? Oh, 11 minutes. Let's do it. How many times does the unaccented E appear in your answers? We're going to do it the right way. Four. Which question number has the highest value answer? $22. Among level 3 answers, excluding the example, what is the result of multiplying the largest even answer by the smallest odd? Largest even, largest even, largest even, largest even. How many times does the most frequent number appear in the map spreadsheet? What? Eight appears 81 times. How many times? 81. 81. How many pink cells are present on the map disregard legend. And yes, I know I should I know I should replace them, or like I should like copy paste this, and I will. We'll copy paste over here. We're going to replace. Dang. I know there's a OA robot function for this. Well, you rat. Whatever. I might have comp bot. I'm reading the chat and I am. Yeah, I don't remember I can't remember. I'm just being silly. Replace. We're just going to replace. Oh, you know what? Because it thinks there's a border on it. Silly. Silly, silly, silly. All right, bet. And then there are 434. Let's see. Okay, bet. Sheesh. Enough of that. I don't know what it is about, like, as soon as I'm trying to, like, okay, that was a beautiful intro, get the mind going. Let's see what our boy Eric Ashton did and how I can improve, because sheesh. Also, congrats Ella and Liana for wiping the floor with me. I think this is a good way to remember in my brain, hey, you have a lot of work to do. So let's do it. Oh, I'm catching up on messages now. Oh my gosh, Jack. Yes, go to bed. I'm so sorry. Anyone know why YouTube on Android sometimes flips the screen when you leave the app? Oh, I don't know. I kind of like that it floats and then you have the choice to specifically close it. I don't. Sorry, I'm reading all the chats. Yeah. I'm like mildly embarrassed, but I'm like, Amber, that's not the point. It's just a fun little exercise. I'm glad that I got full points on an easy case before the time expired. So you know what? God bless. And I am going to put the alphabet lambda, or like the auto spill. Gotta do ambot additions. Dealing with cell colors. Yeesh. Okay. Anyways, let's see how Eric did.
is illustration, no this, the first two characters of this, and so on, right? So there's an example here that is already solved for me, and it shows me the answer. So I need to come up with a formula that will get the same answer and then apply that to this, right? I just click here, comma, number of characters, I click here, use, right?
Did
It's gonna
that.
keep one.
Fantastic.
I will make sure I got it copied on the clipboard here. Copy. I'm gonna make it, I want to tell Excel that they're really numbers. So there's a couple ways you can do that. You can do like either minus minus, or what I usually do is times 1.
Wait a damn minute. Minus minus makes it a number? Are you guys shitting me? I've been wondering what that was about. Damn. I didn't know.
So now that makes these numbers. Now for some reason I want.
Wait a minute.
And when I have text here, I want to tell Excel that they're really numbers. So there's a couple ways you can do that. You can do like either minus minus, or what I usually do is times 1. So now that makes
Times 1.
these numbers. Now for some reason it wants this to be a date, which I don't want it to be a date. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some format stuff here. So I'm just going to click the format painter here and paint that all around there, right? So now they're all just in regular format. Okay. So I've got this. Now I want to know the two highest numbers, right? So I'm just I did actually control X. I'm going to move this over here. Now I'm going to find the highest number, which is the max of this. I use the pound symbol to select the whole array here. And to get the second largest one, right? That function is called, there's a built-in function for that called large. Turns the kth largest value.
What?
Well, starting from this array, I want the.
Sorry, guys. I'm upset. Well, watching these videos is good for my health because it's like, wait a minute, there's easier ways to do this stuff. I'm not getting teary. I'm just laughing to myself. Man.
Second biggest, right?
Large.
And then,
Let me write it down. Large. Man, that's a good one. Sometimes it's the silliest little things. Okay. And minus minus or multiply by 1. Okay, cool.
Now I add these, I give myself a little more room here. Add these together, and that gives me 160, right? Which matches there. So this stuff I can just copy down like this. Copy this again. Now paste values, Control Shift V, Control C again, and I'm ready to put that into level 2 here. I hope I must have lost something. Copy. Copy and paste. There we go. All right, level 3. What is the column of each reference below? All right, so I can.
Ella, big shout out. Did not know small. I'm going to put small and large. It's like, I'm silly.
Use and do this a couple different ways. Let's do column indirect of this, right? So that takes, that makes it look at the cell indirect, and then I just want to know the column number of it. Using indirect is actually kind of dangerous, and I'll explain, kind of can slow down your stuff, and I'll explain more later. But for now, it's a good way to solve this one because I'm not doing anything that's gonna.
I was close with the column indirect. I knew column was a thing, and I knew indirect was a thing. Couldn't add it up. So Harry, thank you for the assist.
Tax my computer too much. But we'll get back to indirect a little bit later. All right, how many times does the character appear in the text string? Well, to do this, I'm going to use the substitute function.
What?
So I'm going to take this text, and this is the old text that I want in it, right? And I want to replace it with nothing, right? So now I've got, this here.
I like substitute.
And what I want to know is, before and after, right? So before, the length of this, right? LEN is length, was that. And then afterwards, the length is this. So then what's the difference, right? Equals this minus this. So I took out 2 characters, right? So that must be the number of J's is 2. And that matches the example, right? So paste these in, copy, paste values, right? Copy again, and paste values, or just paste into there. All right, now I want to take the number chain and add together only the 7s, right? Or only the 4s, only the 2s. And I'm going to actually do that using the same thing I just did before, right? I'm just going to copy this whole thing, copy all this, put it right here. And guess what? It looks like I got rid of 6 7s out of here. So the 7s are now all gone, right? So the answer to what's the sum of, well, if you got 6 7s, right? 6 times 7 is 42, right? So here's the answer is this times this, right? Is there. So, as you can see here, sometimes the levels build on each other, and you can reuse things with kind of clever solutions here. So copy this down, and that's level 5. All right, level 6, we have a map. Excel World Championship loves maps. Here's our map. Got numbers, colors, addresses. What can you find? What can you find in D8? All right, Q4. So I look over here in Q4, and it's a 1, right? But am I going to look these all up by hand? No, of course not. We already learned this, right? Which is indirect. So now let's call this, when you do indirect on another sheet, you got to do the name of the sheet and
Now, to be fair, if the map was referencing, they're always going to use the actual cell location, but if they wanted to be sneaky, then you couldn't use column the indirect because it would be referencing something else. But damn,
an exclamation mark.
Oops.
And
wrong one.
this address here. So there you go.
Wait. What did he say?
These all up by hand? No, of course not. We already learned this, right? Which is indirect. So now let's call this, when you do indirect on another sheet, you got to do the name of the sheet and an exclamation mark. And this address here.
Oh. I didn't do that. Sheet name and cell reference. That makes sense. I think if I knew that existed, I would have just gone and done it on the other sheet and then copied the answers. But that's smart.
So there you go. That should be all the answers right there. Level 6. Okay. Level 7. Now, we want to look at the map. We want to find the value in this reference, but not this cell. We want to go and find the one directly above or below it. Okay. So in order to figure this out, I want to know, the column number. I want to know the old row number. I want to know the new row number, right? I want to know the new address and the new value is the answer, right? So the column number is the same thing we did up here, right? So this, equals column.
I did reuse that. Hell yeah.
Right here, and just move this around to the correct place, okay? And I'm going to put this all, I'm going to use a little formula painter just to make this a little neater here.
Oh, just kidding.
All right,
I
so
didn't.
the old row number, I want to just keep the numbers here out of this. So I'm going to use one of those fancy new functions, which is regx extract above,
Ooh.
then it's, right? So
Wait a
that's
minute.
\d plus is to just pull out the digits of that. I want, that's it. All right, so that's the old row number.
I probably should have designated regex its own month, but whatever.
So now the new row number can be either above or below that. So if this equals above, then it's this -1. Otherwise, otherwise it must be below, so this +1. Right? So there's the new row number. So the new address is address, the row number, comma, the column number, and what type do I want? I want the relative type, which means no $signs. Okay, so there's the new address. What's the new value? Well, you know that, right? Indirect, map, exclamation mark, ampersand, the new address. Okay, so that's one there. So just put this in like this, copy, paste values, Control-Shift-V, and copy it again to put it in the platform. Really, I mean, you don't have to put it here, just put them directly in the platform if you want. All right, that's the levels. Let's do bonuses. All right, so number 1, how many times does the E appear in your answers? Well, let us, I'm gonna use regex extract again just for fun. Regex extract from here, give me any capital E's, but give me all of them, right? So it's like, no, there's no E's in there. Whoops. Oh,
Reg
no,
extract. I just need to learn all of those.
Regex extract, this text, I want the E, I want all of them. And there I can see there's, there's more, there'd be out here. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 E's. All right, put that in here.
Wonder if that works with. So I could have used reg extract back here instead of that big fucking nasty thing. Cool. Wonder if it would have worked. Let's see. Extract this from this. Oops. Yeah. Cool.
Which question number has the highest value answer, right? So let us find, the max of these is the highest value. So it's 198. So now, XLOOKUP is fine. You just say, just here, and I'm just gonna copy this so I don't forget what it is. All right, so let's say I do the evens here and the odds here. So if is even this.
Oh, there's just is even.
Then this, otherwise nothing.
I'm dumb.
Right?
That's okay. You know what?
Here.
I think mod is a underrated
thing
that I think I see a lot of people using.
So now what I want.
Okay, I wasn't far off.
Even answer, which is here.
Yeah.
Times.
I feel good about that one.
Odd answer, which is here. Is the most frequent number appear on the map spreadsheet. So here is all the numbers here. So let's say 0, 1. I want all the digits. I can just grab the little box there and grab it like that. Another way to do that is sequence of 10 rows, 1 column starting at 0. Right now I'm gonna use COUNTIF. Select this range. Now I gotta lock it with $signs. I press F4 and you see the $sign show up here. Right. Then check this. and there actually aren't any zeros, but I checked anyway, and those are the numbers of each one. What if, so if I forgot to lock it, this would cause problems, right? So count if, why do I need to lock it? If I don't lock it, like let's say I just leave this as a relative reference with no dollar signs, happens, you know, these are what the dollar signs do is 81. So 81 is there, 81 is there. That was supposed to be, whoops, that's supposed to be 108. How many pink cells are on the map? Well, let's see, let's make a new map. Here. So just care about the colors now. I want to find the pink cell, so I'm going to right click and do format cells. And I look in, you know, the fill tab and more colors, not standard color, but custom color, and it tells me what the color code is. Control C to copy it. Paste that there, just so I have it there. I don't actually need it. Now I'm going to do this and look for more colors. And I put this in here. It was already done, but you know, because I did this a minute ago. But doing this again, I put that in there. Now I want to replace that with a 1. So every time there's a pink cell, it puts a 1 in. If it does not put 1s in the other colors,
that.
highlight these. It said to ignore this one, so I'm not highlighting that. Highlight these.
Not far off.
And I look here in the bar, and it tells me the sum is 434. Right, so 434. And I put 434 right there. And I wait.
Okay, I don't feel bad about that. Eric, thank you so much for your service. Let's see some of his lambdas and VBA.
Demo my VBA and Lambda file, but it's not just my file, right? I'm following in the footsteps of community members who've shared code, help, and inspiration. So thank you to Dim, Hayden, Brittany, Lorenzo, Jeremy, Julian, Bo, Juan, and Kobe. I'll put this information in the video description. You can also, I mean, this file you can download in the video description. We're going to demonstrate now how do you use this file for like a real match, right? So before the match starts,
this is the
folder,
video
right?
I'm
Like
watching right
folder.
now.
Doesn't have to be empty, but you know, it's empty in this case. I don't know the file name yet because the game hasn't started, and I make a file name in order to save this, right? So now let's say the game starts, right? And I download the case, which goes to my download directory, and then I just move it into the empty directory. And now that I know the file name, right, I put that in here and click Setup Workbook, right? So this is going to create this L1, L2, L3, L4, where you can solve each of the case, each of the levels for the case. You solve in a
Oh, God. Also, hell yeah, Eric, get those ads.
Is a what if data table here. I know it doesn't look like a table, but it is, right? So these are the problem numbers for level 1. These are the problem numbers for level 2. And then this magic yellow cell is where you put your answer, right? So let's say this is asking us to find, you know, the 3 characters from the left of that word. So equals left is how we do that with that text and that number of characters, right? And now that I've solved it, you see that the color of this changed. There's a conditional formatting that checks that these two are equal to each other, right? So before I did it, swipe. Now I bring that up and we see the color. And it's like, oh, you know, you're probably done. So you can click done, and now it populates a what if table, right? So let's go back, and you can also look at it deletes the what if table when it's done because otherwise it gets slow. But you could use these buttons to bring back a what if table. So now you see, like, if I put a 1 in here, right now it looks up the information. This is just, you know, an X lookup on the case sheet, right? Looking at the question number. So I look at question 4, and I can see, you know, that's what I'm getting given, and that's the answer that I'm calculating. And then, you know, it automatically, when I press the done button, right, it pastes these in here. And I'll show you one other thing it does, right? So let's solve this one also. So what is the sum of the 2 largest numbers, right? So
I don't know if this whole crazy setup thing is ever going to be for me, but love it for y'all.
If I do equals text split that, right, by space dash space is there, right? So the, I want to use this twice. So let's say I put it over here. But I can use this copy button, right, which copies everything from there. Does this 3 exist in this list? And it does, right? So categories are a little loose. Could probably do it differently, but I don't know, I want to have some kind of organization. So the first lambda function we have here is exists, which simply looks to see
and you can download
does
the
3 exist in this list?
file.
And it does, right? So that's a 1.
That's cool.
But it's just using like Xmatch. Does this kiwi exist in this list of fruits? Well, there's no kiwi here, so it says 0. It does not exist. So this is just a lambda I made because I got tired of typing, you know, if Xmatch is greater than 0 over and over again, so I made this version. This is a subroutine. So to run this, to run my subroutines, right, you select what you care about here. So I select this whole 2-dimensional array, and I'm like, all right, well, give me a frequency table of that. So there's the all unique values, and then here are the counts of each one, right? And then the highest one, right, the most common is kiwi, so that's highlighted in this color. And the least, there's 2 tied for the least common, so they're both highlighted in that color. And this is good for bonus questions of like, you know, well, what's the most common or least common? Is unique is another array, which just checks that if all values in the array are unique. So this array from 1 to 10 is unique, so you get a 1. This array has 2 apples in it, so it says 0 is not unique. Notice this is case insensitive. Usually in Excel we do everything case insensitive. So I'm following that. You can also turn this. I'll show you string to array later, right? But it just takes this, makes this an array with 1 element per letter. This word here, uncopyrightable, has no repeat letters, so the array it's based on is unique. Whereas this word, considerately, has 2 e's in it, right? So it is not unique and returns a 0. All right, next is snake. So we take a 2-dimensional array and flatten it to a 1-dimensional array, but we don't do it in a boring way. We do it in a snake way. So the default here goes to the right first, 1, 2, 3, then it snakes down to 6, 5, 4, snakes down 7, 8, 9. You can specify a direction here, either with, you know, one of these arrows here from the prep table, or I've got a named range for arrows here. So if it's left first, right, then you start on the opposite side and it goes 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, so, you know, goes in a snake pattern like that. You can also do up or down, right? So this is, you know, the down first snake goes like that. Not snake. Shift array moves the array over. It could be 2-dimensional usually, or it could be 1-dimensional. And you feed it, you know, an arrow. The arrow is required in this case. If you put something for fill, like in this case, I put in an X for the fill argument, so it fills in an X for the parts that are empty now. If you don't put in a fill argument, you leave blank, then it wraps around, right? So the 147, you know, falls off the edge and wraps back around. And you can use diagonal arrays for this. So here, everything went diagonal.
I think this video is going to become very, 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 very super, super, super helpful once I've done more practices. I think out the jump, I'm the type, if I do not prove it to myself, or like the slow, boring way, or like, I don't know. I like being able to completely at its bones do stuff, because if I lean too hard into something like a Lambda, and then let's say, God willing, we end up on the stage and I don't load my Lambdas right, and I'm just completely without a paddle. The other thing about my love of Excel esports is I compete to help me be a better Excel user in my day-to-day. And I think most people do it as their day-to-day makes them better at an Excel user. Or like, it's kind of like flipped around, or like most Excel competitors are just like really good at Excel and end up being like even better, like they're really awesome at their job, and then they're really, really, really awesome at esports. And then I find myself, I like watching this stuff so that I can find new creative ways of using all these formulas together, so that I can build better tools, give better service to my clients, and find new and more creative ways to do stuff. And so that's where I'm not as specifically, my objective in this month's training is to be able to decrease the time it takes for me to see a question and logically think through how I'm going to answer it. Not so much how can I get the answer fastest. It's more of like, how can I logically reason through what steps would be required to answer that question? I know it doesn't seem like that different of a thing, but if I wanted to just be the fastest competitor or the fastest answerer, there's plenty of VBA, Lambdas, and content that I need to be consuming. But what I like about these videos is I'm seeing creative ways of using Excel functions that I already know about, and like little tips and tricks on like how they use them, and like quicker ways to, yeah. So I think over time I'm going to collect similar, like, how to say, I'm kind of just like the alphabet Lambda, or like alpha Lambda, the like having something that just spills out a set of numbers, or like, I can see quick efficiency tips that I currently don't have an Excel function for. So like A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. And I'm sure there's like a sequence X through bin to deck or something like that. But Jack, in my experience, you won't use other people's Lambdas anyways unless you actively practicing them over and over. I agree. And so I'm trying to just see creative uses this month, increase my reading speed, like my reading to execution speed, and get better at like extracting mission critical information. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I am going to head over to the chit chat chamber inside of Discord. If you'd like to join, there is, I think I wrote down, yes, okay. If you'd like to join the Discord event, I'm going to go do a practice session over there. I just dropped the link in the chat. And then we're going to do another practice session. My brain is already fried and I already feel dumb. So YOLO, let's do it. I don't think I even spoke English in most of this, but thanks for being here. And I'm going to